Hello, sir.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? You just put on your podcast voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. I don't get baritone.
I hope you never do.
Daddy sang bass. Mama sang tenor. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
My mom used to sing that.
Wow.
Just that one part.
And then she said the end.
Yeah, just that. Daddy sang bass, mama sang tenor. You got hiccups?
No.
Oh. So how was your week?
Busy, exciting, fun, tiring. Whew. What about yours?
Same.
Good. Good.
I got a sore throat right now, though. And I'm afraid I'm getting sick again. It's stressing me out. So if I sound gravelly, it's my throat's a little raw. So after we record this podcast, you're going to take me to CVS.
You're going to ask me? Okay.
You already said you would. I did ask.
Oh, that's right. Why don't you? Okay, Mike Tyson, breathe. Good gracious. You already did ask. Whoa, Nelly.
Oh, gosh.
Those out in podcast land, thank you for the comments of, whoa, Nelly.
Yeah.
We're going to get a t-shirt that says, whoa, Nelly. And then she's going to put on us. I hate that.
I hate it. I can't stand it. Did I tell you that I had like 5 comments about that this week?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Like people are saying back to me, whoa, Nelly.
Ooh, calm it down.
It's so dumb.
It really is not.
It really is.
It is.
You're so stupid. So, I want to go over a few things.
Yeah.
This is going to be more of a housekeeping episode.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Number 1.
1.
Ooh, I sound like you when you start to yell at somebody because you number it.
Listen,
guys,
when you have ADD, you start numbering because if not, you're going to be all over the place. 150.
If you start talking to Jeff Redding and he says number 1, you need to duck and run. Because every time he says number 1 to me, I'm in trouble.
Nope.
I done something.
Not at all. I have ADD, and if I don't think about it, I'll forget.
Number 1, you didn't pick up the phone, and I told you that I needed you to. Number 2.
That was never a number 1.
No, it never was.
No.
But I'm holding the phone, and so I was looking at it, and therefore that's what I thought.
Okay, I'm like, I've never said that. What?
I mean, I bet you've said it at some point to somebody.
Never.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
I mean,
Stop.
honestly, like,
Stop.
what's wrong with you?
Stop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Nelly. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Monday you had rehearsal.
Yes.
Tuesday, which was never good anyway. Wow. Wednesdays I feel better just for spot. Thursday, okay. I just quoted a country song.
Okay,
but I got to where I was going.
Listen, who has ADD?
No, I was counting.
Okay.
I was counting in Kingsport way.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Right.
You had a concert Thursday night.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. UCF Singing Nights.
Absolutely.
How'd it go?
It went very well. I was very happy with it. Well, I was happy with the singing.
Mm-hmm. So, I was there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I would like to say your crowd was fantastic. Your choir was beautiful. They looked beautiful. Orchestra was orchestrating.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
yeah, you know, it was neat. You know, going to give a shout out to, first of all, my boss. Well, I call him boss. He is director of music, Michael Weinstein, with his wonderful support. Give him support out there. Dr. Kelly Miller, another shout out, who also does the choir with me at UCF. The wonderful orchestra, our students. Oh, special shout out to our Courtney Connolly and Ashley Maker, who do our children's choir. Kelly Miller, who's running the UCF community choir and women's choir, and you know, all the different groups that we run together and building. So it was a neat evening of choral, as Kelly would say, choral goodness. So it was great. And then,
choral goodness?
Yes.
That's a phrase?
Yeah. She just says choral goodness. So it was really neat to have all that goodness and fun and making music. And so, yeah, it was and a great crowd, which I was nervous of because
it was on Thursday.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
No, it's not. I mean,
like on a Thursday, that stinks.
Well, I don't think it's dumb or it stinks. I would say it's not dumb or it stinks. It's challenging. But because it was supposed to be on the...
Okay, doctor.
It's supposed to be...
I use dumb and stinks. You use challenging.
It was challenging. Listen, when I try to help her. So...
I don't need help.
And that's when they need help.
And that is not when she needs help. That is her own personal opinion. Because a lot of us have work on Friday.
So anyway, that being said, supposed to be Saturday.
So you would have preferred a different day.
No, I'm not. I wasn't done. You interrupted me. So it was, of course you prefer a different day, but you make do with what you have.
Correct.
And we made do, and I was very happy with it.
Oh, no, you made do like a champ.
So that being said, I was just happy with everything that we saw. But then what the craziest thing was having to do candlelight before and then driving.
Listen.
Forrest Gump in it. Crazy.
My anxiety was out the roof. So he had the 5:15 show, which goes to what, like 6:10?
Yeah.
It's roughly an hour.
Yeah.
And it is an hour by the time you get back to your car. Mm-hmm. And then go from Epcot to downtown Orlando for the show that started at 7.
And we made it.
Again,
well, I made it.
I guess we will call that, again, challenging.
Yes. Exactly.
Hard eye roll. Yeah. But that was crazy, and I had high anxiety for you because I kept thinking, I'm so codependent. I'm the most codependent person.
For real.
I'm codependent. You don't tell me things, right?
Right. I'm like...
Because I stress out.
Exactly. Like, why would I tell you that and just cause issues that are not issues? So, you're like,
well, I'm sorry. For me, I'm just codependent because I care.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's like, oh, I hope you don't get traffic. I hope there ain't a wreck. I hope he don't wreck. I hope he don't get a flat tire. Like, all of those things.
Right.
And I have very intrusive thoughts. I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
But I do, and it's very...
My thing was, I just hope the car starts. Because...
like that. I do that, though. I do that.
That's the only thing that... I say, I hope this car don't take and make a decision. I'm not going to start right now.
I know that would be bad.
Because I would have been Ubering like crazy. But the good thing about it, we had a contingency plan, and it went off. And what's so neat, it was the inaugural night season of joy, so it'll be an annual thing. And so got some big plans for next year. It's just neat. It's a lot of neat things happening.
Well, one thing that I'll say as a bystander that I noticed, there was a band on the top of the building. Everybody knows. If anyone saw any videos out there, we all know that the place made a small mistake. And there was a 70s, 80s, 90s cover band. So in between, I think it was the 12 Days of Christmas, wasn't it? Did you do the 12 Days of Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, it was definitely in between the 12 Days of Christmas and this song. It cuts off like the partridge in a pear tree. That, like, the end of it. However it ends. Mm-hmm. It ends with a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, okay. And the next thing I hear is, sign says, stay away, fools, because love rules at the Love Shack. Like it was on stage.
Well, the thing like I said before, there were some challenges, and it was a wonderful concert.
Listen. You handled yourself. Kelly handled herself. Well, everybody did. I didn't see anybody who didn't.
Right.
I probably handled myself less. Like, I was probably madder than anyone for you. But you all handled your all self with grace and class, and like, it was a good teaching moment for your students to not see you lose it. Because this is why I'm not a teacher.
Right.
Because I would have been mad.
Right.
And I was codependently mad for you when Love Shack came through after the ending of Your Perfect Song.
So moving on. Literally moving on.
Right
it was a great concert. So,
no, it was good.
Yeah,
and you did not, and you made it on time with like 12 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
You got there at what, 6:48?
6:48, 6:49, something like that, yeah.
But I could not do that.
Yeah.
And then, did you do something Friday?
I don't know.
No. Because I told you just needed to sleep.
Yeah. I went home and went to sleep. Work.
I talked to you.
No. I did do something. I actually had to pick up the risers from Thursday night's concert. So I drove the U-Haul to UCF, had my students help me unpack it, unload it, I should say,
Ugh.
put it back, then take the U-Haul back to the U-Haul, the
U-Haul place.
Yeah, the U-Haul place for real. Had one
Depot,
of my,
maybe?
had one of my students, he met me, and then drove me from the U-Haul to Dr. Phillips to pick up my car. So Friday, I was just spent. And so about
the kid made it to where you saved like $600 in Uber fees, right?
Hey, Nick, thank you. Because he helped me out a whole lot. Because I saved, fill this tank up with gas. Let me tell you, I had to put gas in that U-Haul. That's a lot of money.
You still got both kidneys?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So I'm doing okay. Yeah. So that was interesting. But so I was thankful that I was able to have that help. And then when I got home Friday, I was beat. Got me something to eat, and I was knocked out. And then Saturday, 2 shows, and then you just keep going. But I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the season.
Yeah, I mean, I saw one of your friend's wives that's a conductor.
Uh-huh.
He's a conductor. But they posted on Facebook, and he was in his tux, and she was hugging him.
Yeah.
And it was like, 'tis the season. And I was like, oh, that's so true.
Yeah,
that's true.
'tis the
I get it
season.
now.
Bye. It's like, see you when I see you.
Because, I mean, like, my kids have been in choir.
Right.
But, like, being around you when you're doing it, it's like, when can we record? When can we, and it's, like, every day is something.
Right.
And, I mean, it makes me tired. And I'm just sitting here. But, so I'm going to go on into Saturday. I'm going to tell you about Saturday.
Okay.
So Saturday, me and Jacoby had a mommy son date at Epcot.
Right.
And it was just the two of us. You should sing the other part. We could have had a duet just now.
So what happened now at Disney? At Epcot?
I hate you.
That's okay. What now?
Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to say that anymore.
Thank you.
Inside joke, guys. It's too soon. It's not funny yet.
I mean, but boom. You called it, though.
Whatever. So, I can't believe you just did that and tried to shut me up right in the middle of the podcast.
Boom. And it worked. It worked.
I did it again.
I know. I tried to tell you. I've been trying to tell you.
Anyway, so...
You and Jacoby had it?
Yeah. We had such a good day.
Yeah.
And he was so grateful. Mm-hmm. And, because he's the littlest, and because I had to work when he was a baby because, his dad passed away and it was just me.
Right.
I was able to stay at home with Bella and Tark both when they were little.
Right.
And Jacoby never got that. And he never, really the only time he ever gets one-on-one time with me is, if we're going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Or Walmart. But anything that's, fun and big, it's at least one of the other ones.
Right. And the neat thing about that is, just echoing, you just saying that, is that when you have that, is you have to be intentional.
Right.
Just because time will pass you by, and before you know it, Monday becomes Tuesday, Tuesday becomes Wednesday. Right. And then it becomes year after year after year. Mm-hmm. So you have to become intentional. So it was good that you were intentional. He
literally said to me 100 times. If he said it once, he had... Well, I mean, you heard it too. Today was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
This was the best day of my life. I've never had this much fun. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we rode 7 rounds and walked around.
See, it was... And what's so neat about it is my professor, you say this all the time, and, Dr. Cliff Matson, it's not about how much time you spend with someone. It's the amount of on-task time that you spend with someone.
True.
And so therefore, you could be sitting in the house with Jacob and y'all going to look at shows. That's literally not spending time together.
Right.
But conversating, playing games, and it's one-on-one, that's the amount of on-task time. Mm-hmm. So you were at Epcot, just you two, on-task time. He was the center of your world. And that's why it's the best thing that happened to him. And he didn't have to share you with his brother and his sister. Mm-hmm. So it's on task time.
It was so sweet.
So it was good. I was very proud of it. I said, good for you. Good for you. That's exactly how it needs to be.
I felt And it was cool because I kind of realized how he's funny. You know, like you see a different side of him that you don't when you're playing like a zone defense rather than man to man.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was calm and the whole time. And then you got us some good seats to Candlelight. Mm-hmm. And his mouth was wide open. It was the cutest thing. And you know what was funny?
What?
He goes, did you know that's kind of a big deal. Like, I was like, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. And he's like, he's like 8 feet from Ariel.
Why he's so extra? That's what I don't understand.
Well, because he sees you as normal.
And I am
like, not fancy.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But all them people saw you as fancy.
And yeah. No, I'm normal.
Yeah, but I know you're normal.
So, but no, it's...
You're normal. You just got a tux on.
But it's good that you two had that time.
And then you got him a funnel cake after. Mm-hmm. Well, they gave him a funnel cake.
I didn't get it. They gave me an extra funnel cake. I said, how you eat it? And he looked at it like he thought he looked at that funnel cake like it was Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's. All in one. His eyes got so big, I almost Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Thanksgiving to you. I was like, whoa, boy.
Well, it was the Christmas festival, so he got that caramel cookie that you like.
Yeah.
He got one of those. Mm-hmm. He got a black and white cookie. Mm-hmm. 2 of those. Mm-hmm. No, he gave you half of one, didn't he? So he had 1.5.
Yeah.
And then he had 2 latkes. Mm-hmm. He had barbecue. He had French fries and macaroni and cheese.
Lord.
He had 2.
My artery is getting clogged.
2 jelly donuts. What does he get?
I don't know.
There's something else.
I'm listening to you. Roll call.
Oh, a Mickey pretzel.
What?
Yeah. And ate that whole thing. He ate that whole pretzel. I'd throw up.
The boy growing.
He's going to be rolling. He said, when we sat down, and then we go to get a coffee before. Well, our intention was to get a hot chocolate. I ended up getting a coffee. Kept me up all night long. Mm-hmm. No good. Anyway. But I thought I was getting a peppermint hot chocolate. I got a peppermint latte. He wanted a hot chocolate. Because it was cold. Mm-hmm. To us Floridians, anyway. And I get up there I didn't tell you this. I haven't had a chance to tell you this. Uh-huh. But you're going to hard eye roll. So prep your eyes.
Okay.
I get there and I was like, so what did you want, Jacoby? Because I like to make him order for himself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid. Have self-confidence. And he goes, can I have a hot chocolate but cold?
What?
Yeah. The guy looked at him and he went, so what do you want? Chocolate milk?
I mean, basically.
And I just like, you've been good all day. Why are you stupid now? What are you doing? And so I was just like, I go, what are you? And he goes, if you're cold, you should actually drink something cold because your body heats up when it digests something cold. So since I'm kind of cold, I'm going to drink something cold. Okay, I understand Bill Nye the Science Guy told you that, Slim, but can you not be weird and do this right when we're checking out? Can we have the conversation 3 people back? Then I can just order you a chocolate milk, let you live your life of I want to drink cold things, but then not go, I would like a hot chocolate but cold.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened. That happened. Anyway, so then today I had to take an exam.
Okay.
But I took it, so it's fine.
Right.
I still have 2 exams and a project due this week, and then I'm done. This is my last week of school. It's your last week of school too, isn't it?
Yeah, exams.
I can't wait. I got 1 semester left, and I'm done.
Good for you.
Where's my lips at? I sucked them in. I'm so excited. Can't stand it.
Good for you.
You got the congestion.
I think it's allergies. I don't know if I took my allergy pills today. Well, that'll do it. I don't think... No, I didn't. That's what it is. I didn't take my allergy pill. Oh, well.
Oh, I didn't tell the best thing about Candlelight.
Oh, here we go.
This, guys, if you're driving, pull over. This is so good. First, I want you to think of the story Charlotte's Web. Don't interrupt my story, Jeff. Okay? I'm telling this story because I lived it on one side. You lived it on the other side.
Okay.
So, I'm in the second row at the American Theater at Epcot, watching Dr. Jeffrey Bernard Redding under the baton of Candlelight I said all of that wrong, but put it in the right order. I'm watching. There's a lady named Ann sitting beside me who works there. Like she's an usher lady. And she's kind of sitting at the end. And me and her both kind of go, and we see above your head about 4 foot, a spider that mimics that of a tarantula. Because although I'm on the second row, you are a good, 20 feet from me? And then maybe 8 feet up.
Right.
And there's a spider the size of a saucer coming down. That son of a gun went directly in front of your face. Yes?
Yes.
So, how do you feel about spiders, Jeff?
I can't stand spiders.
He's got a touch of arachnophobia.
Yes.
And so he's conducting, and I see it, and I'm like, that's not what that's not that. That's not that. And that Ann woman, who I don't know, touches me, and she goes, that's a spider. I'm like, oh no. And it literally went like Charlotte Webb style, directly in front of his face, and he punched it. He punched, left arm conducting, right arm punching a spider. And I was like, and then he looks at the choir, because I can see his profile, and he's smiling, and like back 2 steps and walks back up. You were a champ. Not to mention that you punched your window 8 hours earlier because there was a spider in the car and you screamed.
Yeah, I'm afraid of spiders.
Yes. Oh, you want me to tell you a joke?
No.
I got a joke.
Go ahead. Sure, go ahead and tell me.
Iran. You know, Iran and Iraq, the countries.
Yes.
You want me to tell you what one of the biggest differences is?
What?
In it? Because you know, my children are Iranian.
Right.
In Iran? They're not. They're afraid of spiders in Iran.
They're smart. Okay.
In Iraq, no phobia. Arachnophobia.
I don't get it.
Arachnophobia.
Boo. Boo.
I heard that on TikTok.
Really, boo.
That's funny.
Whoa, Nelly. Boo. Oh, boo.
That killed the joke.
That joke was dead when you inhale and exhale and let it come out your mouth.
Shut up.
That was like, ugh.
Why are you so rude?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a cheerleader getting ready. Really? Okay. So, little topic that I'm going to bring up, and it's a little short topic.
Okay.
Little short topic. But also to let y'all know what we're going to start doing. We're kind of going to start doing series and covering one topic.
Yeah.
For 4 weeks. There'll be some things to upload, and some of the things that we have read and looked at, we've done some worksheets and stuff to try to, we work through a lot of our stuff together and spitball together before we come to you. And so we're going to try it out and see how it goes. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting. So, like, if you ever follow Brene
Brown.
Yeah. So, like, we'll have a section on shame.
Yeah.
You know, we might have a section on self-esteem. And each week talk about a different part of that. I mean, it's still going to be the same, like, of us just, like, talking.
Bantering back and forth, yeah.
But giving some tips and tricks, but also have some things that you can download and worksheets that you can work through for yourself to, like, kind of cover the things that we'll have been talking about. So that starts January 2022. Woohoo! Yay! But the thing that I wanted to talk about was exactly what you said earlier.
What else?
Is being intentional with your time with the people that you love. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
And with that, I think that we can often try to spread ourselves so thin for everyone else just to check a box. To say, we did this or we did that. I saw you, I saw you, I saw this. I went here, I did that. You know, I went to this party, I went to this, da-da-da-da-da. Whatever it is, make sure that at least, and I mean, I know you got to do it. Like, and you got to go places you don't want to. But what we end up doing many times, I know that I have done it. I'm so busy trying to make sure everybody gets where they need to go. I ignore the people that are important.
Right. Yeah.
And I might be traveling with them. but ignore them.
Or the people that invest the most in you, they get the crumbs.
Yeah.
And the people who really don't care get more of your time.
Right.
And, and that's something that I've looked at over my life. I said, ooh, I need to be more intentional in this, or intentional in that, and less about the other stuff,
Right.
So, yeah.
I think, especially in the holidays, not to sound cliche, but it's cliche.
Yeah.
It's not about presents. Holidays aren't about what you got wrapped up. And I'm a mama. There's the meme out, and this is me when I get them something and they don't think that they're getting it. And I'm sitting there in my pajamas on the couch with my cup of coffee, just grinning over my coffee mug because I feel so good as a mama because I got them something that they wanted and they didn't think that they was going to get it. And then I'm excited to watch them open their stuff.
Right.
But that's really not what it's about.
And sometimes that's more for the parents.
I think it is more for me.
Yeah. It really is about on-task time. Mm-hmm. And it's about literally doing for others, sometimes serving them in some kind of way, however way that is, And how could we, but then let's work on it not being seasonal.
Yeah.
It is, I'd be nice doing December. I'd be intentional doing Christmas. How about let's work on just being intentional, period.
Yeah.
Which is harder because life gets in the way and so on and so forth. And that's one thing that I'm thinking about. It's like, okay, how can I just be more intentional and, just about that and not waste energy in things that don't deserve my energy.
Right.
And so those are things I've just kind of been processing.
And where are my couples at? My romantic people out there? With your partner. Be intentional. I think in this time frame, there's so many times, well, not even just now, but yeah, now, but not just now, that you can get into the rut of go to work, come home, go to bed, go on a date. I give everybody who's in a relationship, go on a date with your person with no kids. Whether it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, wife, whoever, go on a date. Take some time. Hold their hand. Intentionally date your person.
And even on top of that, even past that, I'm sure say not past it, adding on to it, any type of relationship, your parents, I need, get better at that sometimes. Be more intentional, of course, visiting your parents and really being on task about that. Or the relationship, because relationships are relationships, you know what I'm saying? Or your brother, or your siblings. You know what I'm saying? Those things I think be it dating or be it any type of relationship you have, I think the same rule applies. Being intentional.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well,
that's what I think.
I think, yeah, it does. But where I will say, with your partner or your person, it's kind of the thing that you said. That's the person. If it's the person that you're sleeping with, that you share a bed with, you wake up. If it's that person, more than likely they get the least of you because you take it for granted because they're there beside you.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, because you feel but I'm sorry if you're sleeping. I don't know about you, but if I'm asleep, I'm not engaged.
Right, I see what you're saying.
I might be engaged with the visions in my head of sleep, but I'm not engaged. That's not on task time. And I think that people think that sleeping, or like you said, even with the kids, sitting on the couch watching TV, that's not on task time. Go on a date with your person. That's the person you're doing life with that lives in your home. That's the person that you want to be with when you're old.
Right.
Take time for you. You've got permission to do that.
And then on top of that, what if also adding to, if it's someone you hadn't talked to in a while, give them a call. Let them know you're thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? It's, old friend or, I like to reach out to, personally, I like to reach out to my teachers. I like to call my teachers to let them know how much I appreciate them. And, because it's like, hey, if you had not have believed in me, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what our teachers go through. We don't know what battles that they fight or how they need to be uplifted. During this holiday season, be intentional. I'd say thank you. Or even after that, when you get into January and February, call them just because. I will call my professors. Hey, what's going on? Just checking in. What's going on? Or I need some advice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or just, hey, you know what I'm saying? Or just thanking them. So it's learning how to be intentional. And, there are times in which I'm good at it. There are times when I'm not good at it, It's like, oh, I gotta get better at it. Because
I'm never good at it.
We can all get wrapped up in our own world and what we're trying to accomplish, what we're trying to do. That sometimes we don't look up. And you have to look up and you have to look out.
Oh, listen, I don't. I look at my toes. I'm looking at the back of my kneecaps. I got like my head between my legs wrapped around looking at the back of my knee. But no, but I'm working on it. And I say that, everything that I say that because I have realized that my life is better when I'm intentional and do things.
Yeah.
The 8-hour investment yesterday was just as good for Jacoby as it was me.
Right.
I have realized that there are, in failed relationships that I've had in my life, I took there's two-sided on them all. I ain't taking all the blame. But there was times I was not intentional with my time. And I also wouldn't use my voice and say, hello.
Right.
Like, just sitting here watching the NFL is not going to work for me. Like, I would like to do something. I didn't say that. It was, you better read my mind. And if you haven't read my mind now, I'm mad. And then I'm mad. And then you don't know why I'm mad, but I'm not going to tell you why I'm mad because you should know.
Right.
That was me.
Right.
I'm a catch.
Right.
Fun fact. I'm a catch. I'm a good time. But no, like that was for real though.
Right,
like,
right.
That
I
was,
understand what you're saying.
I really think, and then in the holiday time, I know for me, and it might be that southern part of me, you don't not go to something you're invited to around the holidays. Like, but you cannot go. I have no problem right now saying I can't go to that because I'm doing this with my kid.
Right.
Or I can't go to that because I'm going to be at home baking cookies with my children.
Right.
Or I can't go to that because I don't want to.
Right.
Like you can say it nicer than because I don't want to. But if you just don't feel like it, you just don't feel like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But don't be a Scrooge. Have fun this holiday season too. But enjoy the hustle. I like the hustle and bustle of it. But I also have realized, well, like I just said, I'm very type A and I'm very codependent. And I'm a big control freak. That might shock everyone. I'm a control freak. But to be that way, and then, have you ever done the thing where people invite you to something and it's like, hey, you want to go to this? And you're like, yeah, I'd love to. And then the day of it, you're like, commitment remorse. And I am cussing myself out. Like, what are you doing? Why in the world did you say you would do this? And I'm getting ready and I'm mad. You ever done that?
I'm pretty sure I have at some point.
I've done it a lot.
No, I haven't done it a lot.
I have.
Yeah.
And I don't do that now.
Well, you're intentional with your time.
Yeah. And time is the only thing that we are guaranteed a limited amount of.
I will tell you this. But then you look at the holiday, and we talk about intentional. But I want to say this to everyone. Also, during the holiday season, what if you've had a history where it hadn't been the best? It's been, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. Whatever it hasn't been the best to the point where you don't like holidays. One, don't deny yourself the emotions of feeling the disappointment because you will never heal it unless you go through it. You can't go around it. You got to go through it. That's number one. Number two, but then try to create an environment where you start a new tradition. Never said don't deal with the emotion of the, but do something that's intentional. even if you don't want to. You see what I'm saying? It could just be a little something, and reach out, and you can reach out to someone, but sometimes also before you reach out to, if it was an issue, modify your expectation. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to say Merry Christmas and remove the expectation of getting a Merry Christmas back.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it is more to release you.
Right.
And for your healing. And so therefore, 5 or 10 years of the road, you'll be in a whole nother different healthier level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's a couple things about being intentional. Really it's okay, I got to deal with whatever emotions I have. I cannot suppress it. I have to go through it. And 2, let me start something also that's new. And it may not be great the first time, but it'll get better as I go, or as you go. And so you just keep moving forward. And that's what I think. No research base or nothing like that.
We are not
talking.
Professionals.
No, just saying, hey, this is what I think.
But I will say, and a little fun tip for you that has helped me out a lot. This is from a therapist. This is from my therapist. So this part,
right?
A medical professional said.
Gotcha.
But she said this: I have a tendency, again, control freak.
You do.
To want to control a narrative.
Uh-huh.
And control what people think and what they say.
Right.
I will focus. If I can hate someone, I don't hate nobody because that hate's ugly, but I might not like them real hard. I can not like them real hard, but why do I want them to still like me? Why do I care if they still like me? I don't like them. I don't want to hang out with them. But if I feel like they don't like me, I feel like I need to make them like me. Why am I this way? I don't know. But this is what she said. She goes, what you need to recognize is that you leave any relationship with your head up. Friendship can be a parent, can be a romantic one, can be a work one. Leave it with your head up. If you did wrong, own your wrong. Say, I'm sorry, and be done with it. Right. And she said, but then understand, just like how what your intention, what your heart, who you are as a person, you're a good person. Right. Like if you ask, she said it like a crazy number. If you ask like 96% of the people in the world, they're going to think that they were right in their actions. Right. And she goes, think of all the people that you're thinking of, and you're like, you were a dirtball, you were a dirtball, you were a dirtball, like that kind of thing. There's people that you're their dirtball. Exactly. And I was like, I have not done anything wrong. I'm not a dirt. Like literally, that's my, and like, you don't know what happened. You don't know. And she's like, you don't know what happened. Right. So you need to let it go. Not everybody's going to like you. Just like you're not going to like everybody because they can't change your mind as to what they did. Like some people can't change your mind about what they did. Right. And other people, you can't change other people's mind about maybe perceptions they had about you. It's just not going to happen. Right. So own it, make peace about it. Like if you feel like you did something wrong, I'm sorry. Right. I really do. And then let it go. Yeah. Listen, there's some people I ain't sorry into because I know they was wrong. There's some people I know they was wrong, but I had a piece of it. Right. And so then I got I had that counseling session, and here goes the emails. Right. If you people wonder if I like you or not, check your spam folder. Maybe you got an email. But like I sent an email out, and I own my piece of it. But I ain't owning all of it. But I will say what I'm sorry for and walk away. Right. Because at that point, I'm good. I've made peace with it, and like make peace with your expectations, with what other people have done. And I mean, maybe you were a Scrooge and you were ugly to somebody like on a holiday. If you were, apologize. If you make too big of a deal over, like if you're a parent if you're a grandparent, I should say, put it that way. If you're a grandparent, and my parents are amazing about this. They really are. Like they really are. They don't care when or if we come home for the holidays. Not like my sister lives there, like near them, but like I don't want to say they don't care, like they don't want to see me, but they want to do what is best for me. They know that it's me and a bunch of kids, and it's hard to travel that far in the winter to where they're at. You know what I mean? Like all of those things. Don't be the parent that guilt your kids Like, well, you need to come to my house and bring my grandbabies to my house. We understand you want to see them. They also have other grandparents. They also might want to be a family.
Right.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I mean, for real.
I have been part of that bitter lifestyle before, and I still have feelings about it.
I mean, I
Thank
can
you.
hear it.
Again, control freak. Don't try to control me with my time.
Listen,
Thank you very much.
Listen, that's why I'm just gonna let you go. It's just let
But that's true facts.
Let her get it out.
That's true facts.
Yeah, right.
It is true facts.
Yeah.
Like, the holiday is being together and enjoying one another. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And
But
if you hate it, we love you.
On the bright side of it, you get to. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. You have the opportunity to make it something special. You get to define what special is, and you get to define how special it is. And the thing about it, don't get caught up into a trap where you are comparing your special to someone else's special. You get to, you know what I'm saying, or how it used to be, or how it, you know, and start and move forward while you're still dealing with whatever you're dealing with. And if you're not dealing with anything, awesome. Keep going. You know, but be intentional. Sometimes intentional could be, I'm going to sit up down on the sofa and just watch just movies, you know, all day. And you are fine and you are happy. And that's the first time you've ever had a chance to do that. Yay. Good for you.
Yep.
You were intentional by it. No one gets to define what makes that for you. But we'll say this, though. Sometimes reach out to other people. Reach out.
Yeah.
And just be intentional. It's not about spending all day with someone. It's about spending the time that you're with them and you give them your undivided attention.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Right.
Because people remember the time that you spent, not how much time you spent. And that's the difference.
And I'll say, like, grief comes in many different forms. You know, I think people think grief and they think death, which, yes,
Yeah.
of course. But grief can be, you know, a breakup. Grief can be the loss of a job.
Right.
Grief can be, a pet.
Yeah.
You know, grief can be having to move from a different house.
Right.
Or a job transfer. Grief can be your best friend moving.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can be going through grief. And grief is a funny thing because sometimes you're okay and then it just hits you and you're overwhelmed and you're like on the floor crying. So, mommy, of course I say mommy, so you know that mommy always fixed like a big, I almost said Halloween dinner, Christmas dinner. And it was fantastic.
Right.
And after Sean died, we have always ordered Chinese.
Really?
And it became like our little tradition, my little family's tradition. I don't eat Chinese food
Okay.
except one day a year.
Right.
And that's on Christmas.
Okay.
And it's me and the kids. And it's almost like we're excited because we literally never order Chinese food. I mean, like Tark might not work sometimes, but
Right.
never order Chinese food. And that's like our Christmas. That's our Christmas thing because they're
Right.
open.
Right.
So, let me tell you something funny to end it.
What?
See how my hair's poofy? Wash my hair.
Okay.
Blow dried it.
All right.
I don't know how Michelle does it. I love you, Michelle. How you blow dry my hair? I don't know. It is so good.
That's why you let Michelle do it.
I mean,
I
honestly.
don't know why.
So, my eyelashes.
That's like me cutting my own hair. No.
Listen, I ain't told you this yet either.
Okay.
My eyelashes are, well, you know this, but they don't know it. Well, they probably do if they see my Instagram.
Right.
My eyelashes are real fake. Like,
Okay.
I glue those girls on.
Okay.
So, yes, I took a shower and washed my hair with my fake eyelashes on. I did that. Sometimes I sleep in them. That is who I am. I don't care. Judge me. It's fine. But I should have taken them off before I dried my hair. So I was like this, and I was going like this. So for the people who can't see me, which is no one but you, I had the brush, a round brush, so I pompadour my hair up and blow dry it.
What's a pompadour?
The big pump on the top of my head.
Why are you like I'm supposed to know that name and know exactly what you're talking about?
I don't know. Anyway,
I was like, don't know that.
I don't know why I thought you would, but I did. Anyway, so it pompadours up in the front. And I was holding that brush and kind of going like this. And like, all of a sudden, I feel like pain on my face. Why did I melt my eyelash in eyelash glue and got my eyes stuck there like this?
Looking like Pop Out the Sailor Man.
I was like, well, what is wrong? And like these ones, the top ones, were now down on the bottom ones with like the eyelash glue. And like my mascara was all melty. And then I was literally in one of those situations where I didn't even know how to help myself.
I'm sorry.
It was bad and it kind of hurt my feelings, but it's whatever. I'll get through it. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
We've had some fun Jewish facts lately. Happy Hanukkah. One more day. But when you hear this, it'll be over. So hope you had a good Hanukkah. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook.
And thank you for your incredible support. You know, the downloads and all that kind of good stuff. Like, wow. Appreciate it.
And we're going to make it so much better for you next year. We're getting our groove. We're like Stella. Well, we didn't have a groove. So we're not getting it back. We're just getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, anything you got to say?
Not at all.
Okay. Keep following Instagram for fun updates. And, yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much. You close it. I'm not even going to try to say it with you at the same time.
I don't even do it right, so.
Because we try to do it together.
Thank you. See you next time on Red and Green, the podcast.
There you go.
Was that good?
That was good. All right.
Peace.
You said peace.